Well guys, could you ever get sick of this view? This is just absolutely superb. We've got the best weather that we've had in probably weeks. There's not a breath of wind at the moment. Sun's shining, it's about 25 degrees. We're just south of Perth, and I can tell you, this is paradise. For me, this is paradise. And guys, this episode's all about catching, obviously, what we eat. So I haven't eaten for about 12 hours now. I'm absolutely starving, and the challenge is that I've got to catch something good enough that we can put on the fire and fill the belly. So we're overnighting it, we're staying on the beach, and as always, we're targeting big fish. So hopefully we can put a snapper, a mulloway, a big tailor, anything of the sort into the coals so that we can make a decent feed. But guys, no matter what happens today, we're going to film it, we're going to show you. Stay tuned, should be a great episode. Well, I guess the hardest bit about beach fishing, guys, is selecting a spot. The actual process of beach fishing is not that hard, and look, to find big fish, maybe yes, but when you're just looking for tailor or you're looking for a feed, sand whiting, herring, that sort of thing, a little bit of structure, a little bit of reef. You can see just around here, I've got a reef break just over there to my left, which is your right, and just over the side here, there's a little bit of reef break as well. In between that's a nice sandy hole. We haven't got a gutter here, and look, if I was really getting serious about this, I'd look for a big gutter. But unfortunately, there is cars everywhere. Everywhere I can see a gutter that's worth fishing, there's already people there. But we're just gonna get the fishing gear ready. I'm gonna have a couple of casts and see whether or not that seaweed's gonna ruin our day. If it doesn't ruin our day, we stay here. If it's gonna, we move up. Alright, so the rod holders are set. Now all we're going to do, get the fishing rods in the water. We're nowhere near bite time yet, guys, so we're just going to enjoy it. I'm going to get the kids sorted out, probably sort the car out, we'll catch the fish. Well, since it was so weeded out, just 100 meters up there, guys, I've moved a little bit further south and it looks nice and clear. I had a cast, it's not too bad. So this is not, again, it's not really the time of day I'm expecting to see fish, but this is when we want to be burling hard. We want to be scoping out the ground, working out where these patches of weed are, because once it gets dark, we're not going to be able to see in the water. And if we work out exactly where the clearings are, we don't have to guess later. So this is all part of fishing, guys. Enjoy. Before we go too mad hunting the big stuff, guys, I think we'll get some bait. There's definitely little fish in there because the baits are getting picked to death. So just got a little ball sinker there, a little bit of pilly and a hook. If there's some herring or little tailor around, what I'll do is chuck a little gilly lure around, but just see what's kicking around in there first. Gotcha. Little mongrel, it took a bit of work. All right, that's bait, and that's great bait. No size limit to sand whiting, guys, so we will try to catch a few more of those. What? I don't know what's happened here, guys, but I've ended up hooking something. No idea what's going on. Like, literally hit the bottom, and then I was on. Sandy got smashed. What have we got here? Oh, the Wirra has swallowed a sand whiting. You are kidding. Have a look at this thing. That's unheard of. I'll tell you what, Wirras are definitely not the most disgusting tasting things. They're just as tough as old boot leather. So that might be food tonight. I'm gonna knock fillets off that. I reckon, if nothing else, you're dinner champion. Well, it took a little bit of doing, guys, but we've definitely got a little feed here. So if all goes really bad and we don't get what we want, that's going to be tucker. Otherwise, these make great curry, so I'm probably going to slab it up anyway, put it in the esky, and definitely won't go to waste.
The last one. Whoa, what in the heck is that?
It's a Wirra.
Wow, we're going to eat it?
Hard work because there's weed and reef everywhere.
What was it?
Yeah, Wirra's going to be dinner. Wild eagle just circling up here. Have a look at that. He's going in for the kill. Such an amazing bird. Oh, look at this place. Fingers crossed. Just put that bait in the right spot. No, it's getting worse. Fuck, it's just a blanket of weed at the moment. With that tide and light winds, it's just all banking up here on the beach, which is making it really difficult. No excuses, I'm going to fish hard all the way through the night if I can, and then first thing tomorrow morning we've got an incoming tide. I think it might happen then, so we just got to pray that that weed plays the game and lets us put a sinker in there. So stay tuned. Nah, there's the weed. Shit! Tide's definitely working now too. We've got a double break, which means there's a gutter. We've got a break at the back and a break at the front, so it's a gutter's formed in the middle. And the gutter's just full of seaweed, so this is the worst case scenario when you're beach fishing. Bloody seaweed. Mother Nature threw us lemons today, guys. This whole gutter's just completely weeded out now. There's too much weed over there to the left. I've got 2 sinkers left. Now, if I fish through the night, the problem is I lose those sinkers, no fishing tomorrow morning. I've got an incoming tide tomorrow morning. Hopefully it'll push all the seaweed up on the beach. Last ditch effort. So hang in there, this video's not over. I'm gonna have a fire with the girls right now. They're gonna cook some marshmallows. We're gonna relax. But first thing in the morning, let's catch a fish. Morning, legends. It's bang on that time of day to give the old brain a good kickstart. Can't handle the shit coffee anymore, so I take the little stovetop everywhere I go. Bit of a failure yesterday with the fishing. Obviously we just got completely weeded out. The gutter we're fishing just full of weed, and I couldn't even move. You know, there's four-wheel drivers and cars all up the beach that have got their spots, so fingers crossed this morning it's all cleared out. Last night I had a couple of casts just after I turned the camera off, and it was basically like casting straight out onto just paddocks and paddocks of seaweed, so the line wasn't even hitting the bottom. Yeah, this morning we want to put a big fish on for you. No excuses if it's clear and we don't catch. I'm a terrible fisherman, but stay tuned. I hope you do it. How lucky are we? You know, we've got the best sunrises, the best sunsets, the best beaches, all here in WA. Even if not a single fish hits the sand this morning, what an amazing trip. We just hired a little tiny hook in our little slice of pilly, guys. I use the back end of the tail for the smaller fish because the back end of the pilly doesn't really need to get thrown out on the big rod. Small gear hits the bottom, we're on. So get him up through the weed. That's good bait. Little hezza. Come on, buddy. Oh. All right, so you can see the back end of that pilly is missing there, but that doesn't matter at all, guys, because that's just going to release a bit of scent into the water. Bring that big fish over to it. Love early mornings, how good. Yes, afternoon, just hard work, and then this morning fish are straight on. Not the big ones we want yet, but we'll convert these hezzas into something big, I'm sure of it. Or something bigger. Good herring too, look at this, Ems. It's a good start to the morning, eh, Bubba? We'll get a few of those. Some herring for breakfast. There we go, guys, an early morning herring. It's going to be bait on that rod.
Bait?
This one's bait. Keep the tail on it so it looks like the whole fish, but we get two sides. I'll put that knife up there so it's a little bit safer for you, monkey. Well, it's no secret, guys, but herring love eating herring, so we chuck that on instead of pilly. Make sure you get the skin on there because the skin won't come off. Bending up, it might be the waves, sweetie. Sam whiting. Oh yeah, there we go. There's another target, that's good. These are delicious and they are the best bait. Yeah, Ems, more food, sweetie. Straight off the sand, look how pale he is. Looked like I did a couple of weeks ago with pneumonia. We have breakfast. They're good size hezzas too. Put it on that side of the car. Never get sick of stuff like this on light gear, especially off the beach, guys. And you know what? I've said it 1,000 times, but herring are great eating. Well, on the bright side, we've got breakfast, guys, so I'm going to chuck those hezzas in the pan now. We're going to have toast, herring, maybe some chili oil with that, and the water is just absolutely beautiful right now, guys, but there's nothing that's screaming tailor, there's nothing that's screaming salmon at the moment. I can't see any schools out there or birds working, but let's give it a bit and we'll keep fishing.